welcome to our kitchen. I'm Andri and this is my husband Rico. Rico will be cooking up another delicious recipe today. It will be chicken cordon bleu and he will be reviewing another delicious white wine today, Pecorino. So before we get on to all of that, I invite you to subscribe if you haven't already. Whilst you're there, you can ring our bell and a thumbs up is always very much appreciated. Okay, now we've said and done all of that, let me introduce you to some of the dishes that you have been cooking up and some of you wonderful people. First of all, let me introduce you all to Terry. Now, if you're reading the comments, you will know who Terry is. So this is Terry with her beautiful boat that she's very proud of. So thank you very much, Terry, for sending in the photograph and introducing yourself to us. It's always so good to put a face to the people that we are chatting to. Okay, next photograph I'd like to show you is from G. Payton, and she's cooked up some of our dishes. In fact, this one dish was during our vlogs. It wasn't actually from the food and wine. We cooked up bulgur wheat, which we call burguri, and G. Payton was saying she didn't have bulgur wheat, but she used buckwheat instead. So thank you so much for sending in the recipe. And she also tried in when I was doing the keto diet. I made some cheese biscuits, and well, they're kind of like, they're almost like scone type. So she also made them as well. So thank you so much for sending them in. Nasia, my cousin, who loves to cook, sent me a photograph of her yummy star, which is stuffed tomatoes, peppers, whatever you choose to stuff. She also cooked up the dish, I think it was the olive and tomato Mediterranean type. The one we did with the cod. Yeah, yep. So she's cooked that up as well. So thank you for the photographs. We love getting them. Thank you so much. And yeah, I think it's time to move on to Rico's cordon bleu. Over to you, Rico.
Well, welcome back everybody. First of all, we're going to maybe talk about the wine that we're having today. We are back in Italy again. We are having a Pecorino Terre di Chieti. Of course, many of you will know Pecorino as the name of a cheese, but this is a wine, and it's from the D'Abruzzo region of Italy, which is to the east of Rome on the Adriatic Sea. It's a white wine grape, a very old grape in Italy, and it's one of these grapes in Italy, in that region of Italy between the north and the south, that there are a lot of these sort of lesser known grapes that are absolutely delicious. And I've actually had Pecorino wines before, maybe not this particular one, but I've had Pecorino wines before and they are delicious wines. This one is a 2019 screw cap, 12% by volume. It's Pecorino Terre di Chieti and Roversi is the vineyard, and I'm honestly looking forward to sharing this wine when we taste it with you. So today we are cooking chicken cordon bleu, mainly a meal of the 70s and 80s in restaurants, and then obviously Marks and Spencer's and the supermarkets decided that they were going to make cordon bleus, but we're going to make a homemade one today, and it's basically chicken stuffed with cheese and ham in breadcrumbs, and we're going to fry it, finish it off in the oven, and then I'm going to top it with some more ham and cheese and a wee sort of creamy sauce.
Okay, the ingredients are?
So the main ingredient is of course chicken. We also have some ham and cheese. We have salt and pepper for seasoning. I'm going to use a little bit of dried mixed herbs, oil for frying, a bit of cream, and this is what I call demi-glace. If you're in a restaurant, you would normally make demi-glace as part of your cooking repertoire for the week. Obviously it's a long process to make demi-glace, but in the house I make a quick version and I freeze it down. You can freeze it down in an ice cube tray or in a small tray.
So what does it consist of?
Well, the way I make it in the house, I have a mirepoix of carrot, celery and onion. I fry them well in cooking oil, add a bit of flour, reduce it down, add a bit of beef stock, blitz it, and that's the demi-glace.
Okay, so if most households don't have demi-glace, so what would they use instead?
You could try using a bit of gravy or something like that.
Okay.
And just add a bit of cream to it.
What about stock?
The stock wouldn't be as thick a sauce, it'd be a slightly different flavour, but you could put some stock and then just add some cream to it and that would give you a sauce or something like that. But
Right.
you'd have to reduce the stock down.
So if people don't have that, they would just add gravy with some cream.
Yeah, I would think so, yeah.
Okay.
Flour, egg, breadcrumb just to coat the chicken.
Okay. And we're also having some homemade
Oh yeah,
chips.
I didn't mention that. There's some homemade chips and they're been washed and cut and ready for frying.
Okay, you've already got 2 chickens here ready and you're going to show us how you prepared the chickens.
So, got the breast of chicken here. This one's got a fillet on it, but I'm just going to leave the fillet on it and we're going to cut it across this way and open the fillet up.
So have you sliced this chicken open already?
Yes.
Right,
yes.
so you've sliced the chicken.
Yeah. So we'll just put a bit of cling film over the top of it to save it getting bruised, and then we'll just flatten it out a wee bit.
So basically this was a breast of chicken, you just sliced down the middle of it and opened it up.
Yep.
Okay.
We're going to put a slice of ham, then we're going to put some cheese, and then we're going to put another slice of ham, and then we are going to fold it over like so. And what I would normally do with this is put it
Into cling film.
back in the cling film.
Roll it up. Tighten the ends of it.
Like so. Like these ones have been done earlier. And
Right, so when are you going to breadcrumb it?
I'm going to breadcrumb them now.
So what you do is you do that and set them aside for a while?
Yeah, I would normally put these in the fridge like this has been in the fridge.
Right,
and then take it back out the fridge.
Okay, so you would prepare them in advance, roll them up. Is this just to hold the shape?
To get the shape, yes.
Right, okay. So basically you prepare them in advance and sit them in the fridge for a couple of hours?
Yes.
Okay.
Or you could put them in the freezer for maybe 15 minutes.
Well, you can't put them in the freezer if the chicken's been frozen in advance.
In 15 minutes it won't freeze in the freezer, it would just firm up, just take its shape.
So now we're going to get them breadcrumbed.
So, into the flour.
To the flour first.
We'll get this into the egg. Good coating of the egg.
And just into the breadcrumbs. Why don't you just roll it round? I'll just roll it round.
And that's the first one ready.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you're just going to do the same
with the rest.
With the other two. So into the flour, into the egg, into the breadcrumb.
Yep.
Okay, now just adding some oil to the pan to fry the chickens. Okay. Chickens are going in. So this is just to crisp up the breadcrumb, is that right, Rico?
Just to colour it, and then we're going to put it into a tray and put it in the oven.
Okay, there we go. That's the 3 of them in, just frying gently. Okay, ready to turn the chickens. Just brown them on that side. Okay, that's then going to go into the oven now. go. So the oven's on about 170 degrees, Rico said, is keeping it low so they don't burn. For about how long?
20 minutes.
The chicken's been in for how long? About what?
25 minutes.
About 25 minutes. They are now getting to get topped with ham and cheese.
And we're going to put them back in the oven.
Okay.
In one momento.
In they go.
And we'll get the chips on as well.
So chips going in. Okay, demi-glace going into the pan to make the sauce now. The chicken.
Just let that come up to heat.
Okay, that's the demi-glace heated up.
Just smooth it out.
Chips are coming on nicely.
We'll add a few dried mixed herbs in there. Sprinkle to enhance the flavour.
Now adding the cream.
And that'll be our sauce.
As easy as that. So basically, if you didn't have the demi-glace, you would just use gravy, cream and some herbs.
Yes.
Chips coming out. Nothing beats homemade fresh chips. Chips going into the basket. Chicken's out of the oven. I'm having a little sneaky chip. Ooh, hot.
Dinner is served.
Yummy.
Okay. Very nice. Nice sort of melon in the palate and nice and dry. Lovely wine. Lovely, lovely wine.
It's very light. It's very light in colour. It's light in taste, I think. Melon.
Definitely.
No, I'm not getting melon. Getting something, but not melon.
Eat it. Put that wee shot in your mouth and then you might get the melon.
Okay, I'll give it in my mouth. Still not getting melon. Anyway, I'm going to dig into this because this looks absolutely yummy. Bit of sauce going on. Nice crunchy breadcrumb, tender chicken. Absolutely delicious. Chips.
You're the inside with the ham and cheese.
That's right.
Perfectly cooked. if you're not sure about if it's cooked or not, if you have a thermometer, if you stick the thermometer in just at the top end or into the chicken, it should be 75 degrees. But once it all firms up in the oven, you just switch your oven off, leave them to rest for 5 minutes in the oven, they will be cooked through.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay.
Such an old traditional dish, as I said, a dish of the 70s and 80s, and I think the supermarkets and the producers of ready meals wasted it. But when it's made like this, it's absolutely delicious.
It really is.
It really is.
And on that note, we'd like to say thank you very much for watching, and if you would like to see more videos from us, I will link one here, and if you're not already subscribed, just press the A right here, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Cheers!
Cheers!